What is going on? I'm Daylight Savings Zedmont. Worst time of the year. Do make sure you check your operations to make sure that they are down. Weird timings. This is a time when lots of operations get missed. Also, on the Warships front, obviously those chest timers are different for lots of people, so I am going to try to get back into Warships here. Have not been playing except for to claim my chests. Like, you'll notice that it's like 17 hours ago, a day ago, and just a streak of red. It's that point where I'm just collecting. I've got 226 keys, which means that I am ever so slightly short of the cryo bomb. And I'm not sure cryo bomb is the right answer, to be honest. So I am not going to show you my offensive account because it's just going to be a waste of time. Having 226 keys is an awful idea. But we can show you some offensive stuff by showing you the choice. And now this person, like, this base is strong. Look at my log here. We've got a fizzle. We've got a actually fully complete. Well done, Fu Manchu. We've got a fizzle. I've got my awful fizzle against their fizzle. My awful fizzle against their fizzle. Again, more fizzle. And then 3 minutes. Like, what? And so this is what I wanted to show you. And so we're going to do a quick pause right about here and check out their stats. Note that they only have 50% troop health. Only have 50% troop damage. They haven't gone and gotten anything crazy. And so this is... And they don't have cryo bomb either. They're just walking through this base in the most ridiculous of fashions. And if you're wondering how the heck they're managing to do it, heavy chopper with seekers. They get rid of that machine gun, which partially is just getting their heavies in the right location, and then just walking through the base. No need for anything yet, and then they get onto that shock launcher, and still there is the key right there. Shock bomb coming out. So you've probably seen a lot of players that have been using cryo bomb or thinking about cryo bomb, and then suddenly cryo bomb is irrelevant. So maybe this changes what you're thinking about doing, because look at, like, these seekers are totally crushing those back engine rooms. These guys are getting this front engine room, and just like that, down goes the base in such simple fashion. Now, calling it simple is definitely an understatement. And if you're like, Zed, but your base is terrible. Well, this is the exact base that global number 1-ish somewhere, if I can finish all of the scrolling crap to get... My cats are going insane. I hope you can hear them. They're doing that alien chitter chatter because it's so windy and leaves are flying by the window, and my fat lazy cat thinks it's a bird or something. So if we have a look at some of these bases, oh, you've picked up the things. Maybe you've parked. I'm not going to scroll back up there. Supercell, please do fix that, though. So it's a good base. It's a strong base, but shock bomb. And I fully assumed that the correct answer was cryo bomb, but shock bomb seems better. But maybe you get shock bomb, then you go back and get the cryo bomb or the speed serum. Speed serum plus shock bomb sounds pretty awesome. This account, though, I am just... like, we went bottom road. You'll notice that I don't have anything useful for attacking yet, and that drawing looks like a man with a giant nose. That's what that's supposed to be. So nothing fun there whatsoever. So I also don't have flares that are back here, so it's still just defensive stupidity. And I think I could probably get to 19 with this at the second if I had any interest in playing. This season seems like it has these big, giant lulls. Like, it's very neat season in the different tech levels, and people going top path in 5 or bottom path in 5, and then people going to 6 early and getting absolutely destroyed by the fact that there's 2 ramps. So, I don't know. I'm going to try to show you an attack on a dirty 5 here once I do a couple attacks here. So I am going to switch back to the other account just to try to show you those dirty 5s with everything up here, with Heavy Choppa and Laser Ranger. I've figured out a hit for it, so we'll do that in a moment. And this stuff this Doom Cannon right here is just going to eat us up for dinner if we let it. So we're going to send something like 2 boats of tanks to go right, hopefully get those things so that we can drop at this B1 and have them go towards that flamethrower is the general approach that I'm going to be using, but I've already been talking and zooming too much because I'm going to lose a tank in the process. Nope, didn't. I got two tanks hit instead of 1, which is kind of a nice little touch. And now as soon as we get rid of that sniper tower, that might be enough to get our troops moving in the right direction. We'll find out. We'll throw one more heavy over here just to try to keep those guys alive. Then we'll throw our tanks at B1 and just hope that we can get some value. Hope you guys had a wicked, fantastic, amazing weekend. Lots and lots going on here, trying to balance all of the things between life and Boom Beach and everything else. And it looks like my split was dropped like a second too early, which means we're just gonna get absolutely roasted. Again, not really making the right choices here. That boom cannon taking out our tank in one shot is just such a shot across the bow. I'm guessing they have either 50 or 70% building health, and I didn't pay enough attention, so the fact that we've got this terrible split means that we are just gonna fizzle beyond belief. But hopefully they're gonna fizzle, and I have asked Supercell for a setting where you can enable your opponent's boosts during the attack, because I have no idea what they have. I didn't scout. I just jumped in and dropped my troops and hoped for the best, and it didn't work terribly well. So let's see how Jack is doing on our base. They do have heavy choppas. They are probably going to get another engine room, unless our hot pot and Doom Cannon and Boom Cannons and things have anything to say about that, but I doubt they do. But those heavy choppas are dropping awfully quickly, and look at that hot pot just eating up their heavies. And why they're flaring that flamethrower, I mean that rocket launcher, I could not tell you. That is not the right choice. Oh, there we go. Maybe you're trying to sneak back. Still don't think that was the right choice. But we're probably going to lose that just on sheer percentage. But I'm just going to pause here because this is the boring part of Boom Beach. But they do have 50% building damage, 50% building health, so that explains why my tanks were dying almost instantly. And now he's flared into that back corner, so we're going to have to wait 1 minute and 21 seconds as his troops just absolutely tickle everything around them. And I don't fault them for doing this, by the way. This is exactly what you should do. Go for the win, even if you're just trying to get more percentage. Get that percentage and get that 32% to 27% win. Fully take your 4 minutes, but that doesn't mean that we should stick around and watch that on the YouTubes. The moment of truth, and again, 51 to 30. So I little bit underestimated or hyperbolized it, but that is the state of my warship at the second, and there is some good stuff coming in the near future. I'm just gonna bullheaded keep going forward on this account, even if it means falling down out of gold, which I don't think it will, just to get to those 5 Doom Cannons, to have all of the building damage and building health, and just to keep things interesting. And speaking of keeping things interesting, we should be able to get a whole bunch of engine rooms on this one. So we're going to go a tank here, a tank here. We're going to cut off that tail so that our other stuff will go up that left-hand side, but we need to go head on into the Doom Cannon first. And we're going to go, actually, do I? Yeah, we're going to go something like this. And we're just going to drop all of these guys over on this right-hand side. And again, hoping that we get... There we go. That's... you guys turned away too gosh darn soon. So that was not ideal. Now we need to send you out there. And we can send you over here and just make our way towards that Doom Cannon as quickly, which won't be very quickly, as we possibly can. As we get rid of those mines, and then we'll get one more batch of critters out there just to try to keep that Doom Cannon as occupied as we possibly can. These kind of attacks I don't recommend because they're not terribly fun, but they do work, and you'll see here that I'm probably going to get maybe 3, 4 engine rooms, something. The fact that this person does not have boom cannons means I should be able to get all of them, but this layout looked fairly good, and we got a little bit of an awkward split there. So tanks doing well, getting rid of that doom cannon, getting rid of that cannon, and now we've got our stuff going forwards. And look at that, those 2 tanks just hugging that corner for dear life. Very, very lucky there. We'll need to throw some critters here in a second, but hopefully the bottom group has joined the fray by then, and our opponents notice that they're not getting a lot of traction on those other engine rooms. As I say that, an engine room goes down. So we're going to throw our critters about there, hoping to get 1 to go right, 1 to go left, and we didn't get those shock mines, but we did get the retreat, which is fantastic as we get more mines cleared. As that, come on, get rid of that. There we go. We got 1 extra critter coming. This is just tantalizing stuff. Like, look how exciting this is as we get engine room by engine room, slowly and surely. I think my fastest time is like a 2-minute 15 with this troop loadout. But on the important side of things, if you're stuck in 5, do know that you can easily get engine rooms at the 6 engine room level. So if you're doing stupid troops like me, just tanks and heavies, jump into 6. You will not regret it. Yes, you're going to lose, and you will still go against those dirty 5s. But the fact that there's 2 ramps just makes 6 engine rooms way better. And oh no, Orion. GG, Mr. Orion. Another player who is struggling and not playing a lot. Last time I talked to him, he was down. He had like 6 out of 6 chests or something ridiculous like that. And I think I am like 2-80 against Orion lifetime. So bringing in the Laser Rangers, bringing in... Like, he has lots and lots of tools, but last time I talked to him, he was, I believe, 1 chest away from the cryo bomb and just getting pummeled by all of my defenses. So let's switch up, and I'll see if I can get you one of those clump bases just for the goodness. Okay, so I have fallen down into 16, trying my darndest to get you guys that compact replay. We'll try one more time. Big sneeze, but there it is right there. This is the one that has been causing people fits. We are going to go with 4 boats heavy choppas and 3 boats laser rangers. We're going to leave the medics at behind, which is probably a bad idea, but we'll give it a go. Now, step 1 is to get these heavy choppas spread out nice and wide. That's going to give us the opportunity to clear as many mines as we possibly can. We're going to drop those critters over there because we need that hot pot to pop, and then we can get that hot pot down. That is step number 1. Step letter A, whatever the heck you want to call it. And now that that's out, we can flare over into this neighborhood. That's going to bring our mech up. It's going to bring our laser rangers as well. And we can get some form of some critters out there to clear some shock mines, to get our troops moving. And then we're going to get one more flare just to get them wide, hoping that that mech doesn't quite make it that wide though. And at this point, this is where you just cross your fingers and really hope that you can get one more critter, which is going to get that doom cannon and shock launcher paused for a second or two as that mech makes that right-hand turn and gives us all sorts of value as that doom cannon gets shocked, that shock launcher gets shocked. And is this super duper sexy? Gosh no, but we've started to get some form of shocks, and you see that they have that person, that what's that thing called? That mech not getting any sort of value because that shock launcher has been moved back on this base. I'm going to leave this in here. This is going to be an absolute train wreck, but there is some form of value here. That is the idea behind the mech turning that corner, and I just got really poor results out of that hit. It does work. You do need to do it a couple times in a row, and as those bases become more and more rare, that hit becomes more and more irrelevant. But with the shock bomb or the cryo bomb, that hit will get far, far easier. So do as I say, not as I do. I'm going to leave that right there. A bit of an awkward video, especially not having played a heck of a lot over the weekend and not really feeling all the love. But my code ZMOT needs has just been renewed, and so hopefully my excitement also comes with that. Sorry, I paused there expecting I had to like pause the video because I accidentally clicked on that crate of diamonds. I shall talk to you soon though. Thank you for coming in, liking, sharing, subscribing, all the rest. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Zedmon. Thanks for coming in. Peace.